"Hi Mum," my sister said. "Yeah, it's fine, Tiny," she added, presumably talking about the hotel room. "I'm sure he won't," she said, grinning at me. "Course I'll look after him. He is 16, she said. "I know. Okay. See you tomorrow." "We will, about tea time I guess." "Okay, bye," she said before the call ended. "That was weird," I said. "Talking to Mum dressed like this." I grimaced. Izzy chuckled as she straightened her stockings. "You look ace, Tilly," she told me as she faced her own reflection in the narrow mirror. "Do you need a piss or out before we go?" "Yeah, I better had," I said. She reminded me to sit. "I don't need to in here," I claimed. "You're supposed to be a girl, Matilda," my sister retorted. "Act like one," she grinned. "Okay." I sighed as I took myself into the tiny ensuite. I sat and squeezed out a pee, before wiping myself, squashing my bits into my constricting control knickers and pulling up my tights. I can't help but admire my dark red nails as I wash my hands. After drying them, I face the mirror and my very feminine face, before digging into my pocket, removing my lipstick and carefully reapplying it, rolling my lips together just like I should. I'm nervous. Very nervous, but what can I do? I convince myself that even if someone does recognize me as a female impersonator, that I'll just have to grin and bear it or shrug it off. No one knows me in London, and my sister and her friends will have my back. I hope. My sister is touching up her makeup when I return and suggests I do the same. "I've just done my lippy," I bashfully admitted. "Ah, sweet," she smiled. "Shall I touch up your mascara or do you want to do it?" You'd best do it." "I'll only make a mess," I said. "It's not that hard," she told me. I watched as she demonstrated on herself, explaining that if I look through the brush rather than at it, I'm less likely to blink and flinch when it's right next to my eye. "You try," she said, handing me the mascara. "You sure?" I asked. She nodded and let me sit at the compact dressing area. I confessed to feeling nervous. My sister told me to relax and reminded me to look through the brush at my reflection. I couldn't relax but went for it. It seemed strange brushing my own eyelashes. "How's that?" I asked. "Good, try the other one," she said. My other eye was trickier to just get the brush in the correct position. Being ambidextrous would probably help, I commented as I contorted my wrist. Izzy agreed but said I was doing okay. I brushed my lashes twice before seeking approval. "You're a natural," she smiled. "Are you enjoying yourself?" I sighed. I feel torn between excitement and embarrassment. "Ask me tomorrow when it's all over," I replied. "I'm more nervous than anything," I admitted. "I wish you'd told me I'd have to dress as a girl." I frowned. "You'd have got cold feet and backed out." Izzy replied. "Anyway, you're not dressed as a girl. You're a rock chick," she grinned. "Tell you what. I'll make us a wee doobie to smoke on the way to the concert. That'll calm your nerves," my sister suggested. "Why don't you give Kat and Terry a knock?" I gulped. "Okay," I said. I very cautiously opened the door and covertly peeped down the corridor. Thankfully, it was deserted. I knocked on the room next door. "Who is it?" a voice said. "Me," I replied, trying to sound feminine. "Who?" I gulped. "Tilly," I replied in a similar high register. The door opened. "Izzy wants to get going soon. You ready?" I asked. "More or less," Kat replied, inviting me in and looking me up and down. "Hi, Terry," I said. "Hiya," she chirped as she tended her hair. "Are you ready?" "I don't think I'll ever be ready for this," I nervously replied. "But I'm as ready as I'll ever be, I suppose." "That's the spirit, Tilly. This is going to be night to remember," Terry said. "It'd be a night to remember without me being dressed like this," I replied, looking down at my rock chick clothing. "We're going to see AC/DC," I exclaimed. A moment later my sister joined us and double-checked that Kat and Terry had their tickets and ID cards. "Have you got my ticket?" "Yep," she said, pulling both from her handbag. "What if someone asks for my ID?" I quizzed. "You don't need it," Izzy replied. "I've got mine and you're my little sister," she grinned. We left the Travelodge and headed toward the Enormodome, stopping at a burger bar for some fast fatty food which we ate perched on a wall overlooking the Thames. We had burgers and chips which were overpriced and underwhelming. The bite marks in my bun were rimmed with my lipstick and I asked if it was actually edible. Well, I wouldn't eat a whole one. Kat jovially replied. Izzy told me that I'd have to reapply, and once we'd finished she did her lipstick before handing me the vanity mirror. You don't have to stare, I bashfully said after painting my lips. Yeah we do. Kat grinned. I think you've taken to being a girl like a duck to water, she added.